Newcastle fans, hold on tight. Eddie Howe is about to make a decision that could change the course of the season. With his squad being reduced by injuries, the manager is starting to look closely at the future, and that future could lie within the club itself. He's staying until the end because a new name is emerging as a possible solution to a problem that's been keeping the manager awake at night. And before we continue, like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Magpies updates. Newcastle is going through one of those times no fan likes to see. Two starting fullbacks are out at the same time. Lewis Hall felt a hamstring injury in the match against Union Saint-Gilloise, and there's still no exact timetable for his return. Tino Livramento, who had been establishing himself with solid performances, suffered a serious knee injury against Arsenal. The good news is that the problem wasn't as serious as feared, but he's expected to be out for almost 2 months. That leaves Dan Burn and Kieran Trippier to hold the fort. Two experienced players, but already showing signs of fatigue from playing practically 3 times a week. And at this pace, Eddie Howe knows he can't rely solely on them for long. After the draw against Nottingham Forest, the manager got straight to the point when asked how he intends to deal with the problem. Unable to hide his concern, Howe admitted that options are limited and that there's no magic solution in sight. "I don't have an idea that people probably haven't thought of," he said. "It's an important position, and we have a few players to cover. Dan has done very well in the last few games, and there are those who can play on both sides, but it's a difficult adjustment." Tino made it seem simple, but it's not. This candor highlights the scale of the challenge. The manager is trying to balance the squad without further straining those who are healthy. But the schedule is relentless, and each game feels like a marathon. And it's in this scenario that a young player is starting to attract attention within the club, Alex Murphy. The 20-year-old Irishman, who has been part of the first-team squad for some time, could finally get his big break. Howe hinted that the youngster could be called up for rotation. Murphy has been improving in training, showing personality and versatility, and can play both as a fullback and as a left-back, something that greatly pleases the coach. "We have Alex Murphy, who is constantly developing and can fill that role for us," said Howe, indicating that the youngster could appear in future lineups. So far, he hasn't had enough regular season to showcase his potential, but the current situation could open the door. And when it comes to Newcastle's young players, we know that Howe likes to give space to those who show attitude and commitment. In addition to Murphy, the coach also has Emil Kraft on the right flank, which allows for minimal rotation if Burn and Trippier need rest. It's not the ideal scenario, but that's precisely why a balanced squad is built, to face emergencies like this. The current moment calls for creativity and confidence in young players, and Howe seems willing to bet on that. The coach has already proven his ability to hone talent. Just remember how important he was in the development of Livramento and Botman. In other words, fans, the solution may not come from a $1 million signing, but rather from a talent already wearing black and white. Alex Murphy is on the lookout, and this could be the chance that defines the course of his career. The question remains, will Howe truly give this vote of confidence to the new generation? Only time and the next few games will tell. And if you want to know everything about this possible turnaround within Newcastle's squad, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Because if there's any news at St. James's Park, you'll be the first to hear it here on Magpies News.